Hello everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph and today, well, look at it. The sun is in full force today. It's beautiful. I'm in shorts and t-shirt. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm baking. 14-degree heat. Doesn't sound like an awful lot, but there's no wind, or at least a very minimal wind, and the breeze is just, well, it's to die for. It's beautiful. I feel like this summer is going to be an absolute scorcher, so I'm going to have to prepare my trees for maybe some shade as well. So I'm thinking a big shade cloth right across here, because I've got no shade in this garden. At least in the prime of summer, the sun is going to be right up, well, it's going to be over the house just here. It's right above my house. So this part of the area of the garden, let's get my words out, this part of the garden is going to be beaming with sun, and I'm going to have no shade. The only thing I'm going to have is I'm going to have a couple of trees. I've got 2 apple trees that I've chopped. When we moved, I had to chop them in half, literally in half, to get them in the van. So that means they're about, I don't know, literally this tall. So when they spread out, they're not going to give an awful lot of shade other than the ones that are down low. And luckily, I haven't really got an awful lot of benches this year, so there's going to be a bit of shade. But I'm thinking, if I buy myself a shade cloth from AliExpress, you can get them really big ones for really cheap. And I get them out, at least I'll give them some protection. It's a good idea, I think. I think that's the way we're going to go. So Mastermind here has got that figured out. Just need to get it past the girlfriend, because she's going to shout at me for that for at least 1 year's worth before we get the garden done. And then we can look at getting it all incorporated when we get the benches. Step by step, encouraging that lady before she shouts. That's how you've got to get the past the missus. Anyway, I've got this great idea today. I've got this beautiful little pot. This one here, just look at it. The nice little detail in it. Now it might look big because I've got it close up, but it's not that big. Just look, that's my hand in comparison. It's only the length of my hand, but I want to use it on something today. And I've got a nice little Chinese elm that'll go absolutely perfect in combination with this. And it's this one. Now I know what you're thinking, Christoph, it doesn't look very good, but if I turn it this way, yep, not this way, but this way, it's already styled up. I've been working on this for like 2 years. It's just from a baby cutting. And now if I put this pot on, which I've already got going, just look at that. Oh, it's gonna look fantastic. There we go, look at that. And I think it's gonna look awesome. I want to keep it small. This tree is going to be my little baby. I want to keep a couple of small trees, and this is one of them that I've been working on, keeping it small. Just needs a minor little trim, nothing major, but that's how we're going to work on it today. I'm going to get it in this nice pot. It's all about the pot, it's all about the tree. Keeping this little dinky one dinky in this nice little tiny pot. I had a couple of options for pots, but I wanted to use this one. I just feel it's really nice. I'll give you one more quick look before we work on it. Look at that. And it has a little stamp at the bottom. You might not be able to see it because I've got the wire right across it, but I've got a little stamp there as well. I think this is one I got actually from the bonsai boot sale a couple of years back. Pretty sure I did, and I'm pretty sure I didn't pay an awful lot for it. But an absolute steal, absolute bargain. I love that place. It's absolutely brilliant. And as you can see, I've already got it set ready to go. So this video isn't going to be particularly long. I just need to do a quick root prune, if that, because it's from cutting. I've already done a root prune on it before. So let's get into it. Right, so I'm going to sit here with my new camera angle so you can see what I'm doing. And have I got this tree tiled in? No, I've not got it tied in. So let's see what we can do. Just going to gently try and tease this out with the bottom side of my root hook. So I'm just going to get in down the sides, see if we can just tease it out, lift it up. We've got under the bottom. I'm just going to use a bit of leverage just to lift this tree up, and it should just come up in at one go. There we go. So let's put that over there in one. And then let's rake. Oh, the moss just falls off. And it looks like I've got a piece of slate as well on the top. So that must have just been holding it in place. So let's rake these out, these roots down, nice and gently. So I've got a smaller mix in this one because it was a root cutting, so I must have put it in a smaller mix. As you can see, just there, the mix is a lot smaller than my usual stuff. So we're going to go in, we've got the mesh, the bottom of the pot. So let's see what we can do and see how well these roots have established. So again, raking these out radially. So I can see I've got one big root that comes off and goes round. I've got another root that comes up here that goes around. So if I start taking that out, we can see it just here. Let's take these over. I've got another root here. It's a big one. Slightly turn, and now I can see that big root is just here. That's attached here, it goes under, so let's see if we can just take that out. There we go, there's it, that's part of it. I've got another one just here, so I need to continue raking this out before we get it. So it's just here. I don't know if it comes out from here or here, but it does. Yeah, it comes out from here and goes around, so we need to try and just detach it from this section over here. So if I try and move all this soil to one side and pull it out, see if we can detangle it without damaging any of the other roots. So this section here is probably going to have to go. If we've got any more larger roots that I know of, let's see if we can see any more. So a couple of large roots. See if we can just tease some of this soil out with our fingers. Overall the root system looks pretty radial, pretty flat. You can see that these big roots have obviously hit the edge and have started to go round because the pot isn't very big. Generally, on the whole, root system's quite nice. Let me just move some of this soil again so we can put it down and have a look. So there we go, there's the roots. I've gone around, hit the edge, detangle this, hit the edge and started to go round. So I'm going to have to come in and snip these off. You can see just here, if I move you into the middle of the screen, just there. Let's bring you in for a closer look. Just here, started going round, and then this one here has gone back on itself. So if let's take that, you can see it. It's that one. Let's move it out of the way. So I'm going to come back. In fact, I'm going to bring it back further. I'm going to cut just there. Take all that off. Same with this one here. I'm going to come back and take it to there, where it started to lift. And just on the section behind it, there's a root just there that was going sideways. This root here, I'm just going to at least cut it to here for now. And if I look at it on this angle, it does actually come off at a funny angle. So I think I'm just going to look to find out where it comes from and take it off completely. There we go. I've got this one. It's lifted. I need to come in and take that out. Just going to come in and take that one off. And then this one actually comes up from back there. I'm just going to come in, take that one off as well. And you can see where I've taken it from. I just need to clean it up. Generally, I think everything else is doing really well. I just need to give it a quick wash to see what else I can see. Everything is pretty radial. So coming to this section, if I just spin it round, I need to take this top root off here. I've got this bottom one, which is in the correct place. So I'll snip that there. We'll continue to establish this root here. It's nice flat now. This one is a little bit high, but we'll work with this one. Gonna take those roots back a little bit, as well as this one here and here. So that leaves us there like that. And then I just want to come over onto the front here, and I've got this little section that grows over. I just want to come in and neaten that up as well. And that gives me a nice radial root system to work with going forward. As you can see, just need to do some minor pruning, I think, if that. Let's just move these out radially. Everything's looking good now. Take that one off. As always, I've mixed in the old soil with the new soil, so I'm just going to put some of that in there. And then the tree will go in. I've trimmed up the roots just to make sure they fit in lovely. I'll make sure I put it in the right way around, which is, yep, this way. And then I'm going to gently tie this tree in. So I'm going to have to give the wires a nice little snip. Now I hope my arm is not in the way, but you'll just be able to see there. I'm going over the biggest root. So I'll come in on this angle so you can see. So I'm just going to pull and twist. And it's not particularly tight, but it's just tight enough just to hold the tree in place. And if I have a look, we've got a nice little angle. Just going to move it over a little bit, as I say, I've not got the tree too tight. And there we go. Lovely jubbly. I'm going to snip off the ends of the excess wire I don't need. And let's start backfilling. And we're just going to fill in between the roots. Once I've done that, I'll water it in and I'll come straight back and show you how good this tree looks in this lovely little Japanese pot. So it's in the pot looking absolutely stunning. It just needs a few minor trims just to get the tree looking absolutely gorgeous, but I don't want to go too far just because of the little root prune, but I do want to take off some of the growth. So it's quite compact in this section here. So I'm going to try and get in there and just pull out some of the buds. So this one, I'm just going to pull out this one here as well, just there, and I've got one at the back as well. So all these are in the cracks and crevices, armpits. I just want to take out, and I've also got that one there. I'm just going to take there. So all them little buds that are too close, they're not going to do anything. We've just taken those out. So they'll do for the time being. And then coming around to this side, I've got these that are too long. So I'm just going to cut to this bud here. I'm going to take that off. And then the same with this one. I'm just going to cut to a bud there. That's popping. It just brings the tree back because it was too far out. This one's fine. And then in terms of the front, I've got this one that's growing too far out. So I'm just gonna again cut to there. Not necessarily gonna say I'm gonna use that one, but I do like it. At least for the time being. And then I'm not necessarily thinking I'm gonna use that, but again, I'm not too sure as of right now. And then I've got this branch that does cross over, so I'm probably going to not utilize it at all, but I will bring it back to at least this bud here, so it could potentially just grow and stay manageable in this area. This section here, I'm probably going to take this whole part off at the front here and allow this back one, this bottom one to stay, because these two sort of are the same sort of level. I would like to develop this one at this level and this one down at this level, giving a different sort of left and right branch eye level. So this one's going to be lower, this one will be higher. This is the back branch. Oh, that actually needs taking off. Let me get around there. And then this will be the back branch. This one probably going to lose at the top, this whole section here, and then we'll develop this back bit. So let's go ahead and just remove that branch. Just there. And let's just go ahead and take that bit off as well, because we're not going to use it. So there we go. Looks better now, you can see it. Take that bud off. So we've got the lower branch down here, upper one here, back branches around this side that might go, or at least get compacted. And I've got the back branch here, so this one might not even stay at all. This one's probably going to go, and we'll leave this one. In fact, that one could even go as well. Completely on this side here go, and utilize this back section just here. Not too sure what yet, but we'll leave it. But I've got one just in the center just here. Does actually need to come out. I need to get in further. And I've got there a leaf just growing in the armpit. So what I'll do for the time being, I'm just going to grow this a little bit longer, and then I'll cut back down here just to thicken up slightly, but nothing major. So that's exactly how we feel, how we're looking, and how we want it. Let me give you a slightly different angle. Nice little tree in my lovely little Japanese pot. If you're wondering what the little rock's for, it's just to hold it in place, just to make sure it is secure. Nothing more, nothing less. That will disappear. My little Mame Chinese Elm in my Japanese pot. That's very oriental there for you, isn't it? Anyway, if you like this one, please do give me a thumbs up, because that's my first Mame I've got on the channel, and I am ecstatic with that. I think it looks really sweet. Yeah, my cool little pot. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this one. Don't forget to subscribe, and, well, enjoy the sunshine as normal. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a good day.